Initiating Characterpedia sequence. Sub-Zero.
The alias of Sub-Zero was initially adopted by Bi-Han, who was killed by Scorpion in the original Mortal Kombat tournament. Despite being resurrected by Quan Chi as Noob Saibot, his younger sibling Kuai Liang assumed the mantle of Sub-Zero to honour his fallen brother.
Origins and history.
Born in Earthrealm, both Sub-Zero brothers were sons of a cryomancer father and a human mother. When they were still young children, the brothers were kidnapped by the Lin Kuei and trained as assassins. As the original Sub-Zero, Bi-Han was one of the most formidable and dedicated warriors of the Lin Kuei clan. Despite being neutral, he was a cold-blooded and ruthless assassin whose soul became poisoned from years of assassinations and violence. Initially, Kuai Liang used the codename Tundra but adopted his brother's alias of Sub-Zero when Bi-Han was killed. Driven by rage, Kuai Liang entered the Mortal Kombat tournament with the sole focus of terminating his brother's killer.
Physical appearance.
Despite wearing a variety of warrior costumes, both combatants most commonly wear blue and black ninja uniforms. Due to their Chinese-American heritage, the Sub-Zeros possess Asian, but at times more Western facial features when unmasked. Kuai Liang also bears a scar on his right eye, which faded over time.
Powers and abilities.
Having descended from a race of outworld inhabitants known as cryomancers, Sub-Zero has the innate ability to control the element of ice in many forms. With a single touch, he is capable of flash-freezing opponents where they become brittle enough to shatter into pieces. Furthermore, he can freeze the entire air itself by concentrating all of his ice power into one destructive blast. Aside from flash-freezing opponents, Sub-Zero can transform his body into a liquefied state and even instantly conjure up an ice statue of himself. This statue can act as a blockade, scapegoat, or landmine, instantly freezing anyone who touches it. Further to these abilities, Sub-Zero can shapeshift, transforming himself into a polar bear in order to maul his opponents. Since having taken possession of the Dragon Medallion, the range of Sub-Zero's powers and martial arts abilities have increased significantly. In addition to this, Sub-Zero possesses great strength, with the ability to remove an opponent's head and spinal cord, as well as break a titanium block with a single strike.
Weapons and equipment.
Some of Sub-Zero's weapons have included Ice Scepter, Kori Blade, Ice Daggers, Ice Hammer.
Fighting style.
As a member of the Lin Kuei, Sub-Zero has attained a great degree of skill in many forms of hand-to-hand combat. Some of the styles he is most proficient in include Shotokan Karate, Dragon Kung Fu.
Weaknesses.
At times, his desire to live up to his brother did work against him. Despite all his powers, Sub-Zero is still mortal and can be destroyed.
Allies.
At some point in time, some of Sub-Zero's allies have included Sonya Blade, Jax Briggs, Raiden, Scorpion, Frost, Smoke.
Enemies.
During various timelines, some of Sub-Zero's enemies have included Shao Kahn, Shang Tsung, Scorpion, Quan Chi, Noob Saibot, Sector, Frost.
Significant moments.
Avenging his brother. Sub-Zero joined the second tournament to identify and destroy his brother's killer. After discovering from Sonya that Bi-Han was killed by Scorpion, Sub-Zero defeated him in the Colosseum to avenge his brother. Becoming a cyborg. After defeating Scorpion, the Lin Kuei cyborgs led by Cyrax and Sector captured Sub-Zero. Shao Kahn allowed the cyborgs to take possession of Sub-Zero in exchange for their allegiance. At this point, Sub-Zero was taken back to the Lin Kuei temple to be automated. Subsequently, however, Jax removed Sub-Zero's slaving protocols within his CPU, giving him back his free will. Confronting his brother, Sub-Zero came across Quan Chi and Noob Saibot within a graveyard. When he confronted Noob Saibot, however, he discovered that the Dark Ninja was actually his older brother, Bi-Han. The nefarious Noob Saibot rejected any family ties, and the former brothers fought as Sub-Zero emerged victorious. After defeating his brother, Sub-Zero agreed that they were no longer siblings, obtaining the Dragon Medallion. When Sub-Zero returned to the Lin Kuei, he discovered that Sector had killed his Grandmaster. Sub-Zero battled the ninja cyborg, emerging victorious, and took possession of the Dragon Medallion. The medallion strengthened Sub-Zero's freezing powers and altered his appearance, for instance, transforming his eyes from blue to pure white, making amends with Scorpion. When Kuai Liang assumed the role of Grand Master of the Lin Kuei, he changed their alliance to good, inviting Hanzo Hasashi to the Lin Kuei Temple in order to make amends. Despite Hanzo's suspicions that this was a ploy to completely exterminate the Shirai Ryu from existence, Liang proved his sincerity by revealing that it was actually Quan Chi who was responsible for the murder of the Shirai Ryu. With the truth finally revealed, Hanzo and Kuai Liang gained mutual respect as allies. Mortal Kombat 11. During the events of Mortal Kombat 11, Sub-Zero collaborated with Hanzo Hasashi in order to stop Sector from creating a cyber army for Kronika out of his kidnapped Lin Kuei clansmen. During this mission, Kuai Liang and Hanzo encountered Noob Saibot and Frost, who they defeated. Ultimately, Sub-Zero fought alongside the combined Earthrealm and Outworld armies to help defeat Kronika in the final battle.
This file terminates here. End sequence.